So guys, as you can see today, we are watching the video from Bill Mao, why I'm boycotting Genshin, and you should too. Let's see. To be honest, I actually want to see why he's boycotting Genshin. I'm not
to show you this video.
Oh, I didn't either. I'm not boycotting Genshin, but I mean, maybe. I just don't play the game for it like that no more. But let's see. Let's see.
Views, watch hours, or jumping on the hype train. It's purely about spreading this message. I hope you enjoy. Let me
It's a
start this
VTuber. Let's
video
go.
by saying
Anyway.
I love Genshin. It is a great game from the story, the gameplay, to the open world. There's just
The open world is okay. Anyway.
so much unique to this game that it does right that I genuinely want to see this game succeed. That is exactly why I can't sit in silence after witnessing everything that's been going on recently. After I posted my latest video about the recent drama,
Oh, your
I
voice
openly
response.
said
Oh yeah, did y'all see that? Like they was like, okay, they don't want 3 wishes. We give 20 wishes. I think that's the response. Like was rumors saying that it may get 20 wishes, and then I think it's a 4-star selector or something like that. I can't remember that second part.
I don't know what side of the fence I should be on, and I just want to have a discussion with you guys in the comments. And I thank each and every one of you guys. I've enjoyed reading literally as much comments as
Hey guys, y'all got 4 seconds to subscribe. Anyway.
I humanly can. I was literally up until 6, 7 a.m. That was partially because I was
7
procrastinating.
a.m. God dang.
But that's besides the point. Whether you are a new player enjoying the game or a old veteran that's been playing since patch 1, from reading your comments, I've gathered there's 2 major arguments here. Obviously a simplification, but let's keep going. 1, the game is fine and everyone else is ungrateful. You shouldn't even be asking for more.
Let's be real. Those people are people that are just mentally ill and need serious mental help if they think that game is fine. But anyway.
2, we deserve better, whether that be rewards or more gameplay.
That is true. We do deserve better.
The gist of it. Now, if you were to ask me, before this video, I would actually sit in that first group. But that's because I'm kinda dumb. And I'm happy just because we can sit down in random chairs in Genshin.
Random shit. That's true.
And I never quite play games how you're supposed to. I enjoy making solo character builds and level 1 character challenges. Seriously, this is some of my videos. I'm not normal. But if you're content about sitting in random chairs around Teyvat and throwing level 1 characters around our bosses, doesn't mean I shouldn't try to look away and avoid the problem everyone else is talking about. Just
I won't lie. I would never do a level 1 character.
because I'm having fun doesn't mean I should not use my platform to at least talk about some of these problems. Especially when you guys come and click and watch my videos. I may not be as big as some of the other creators. That also means I'm not too scared to talk about things without being shot down, because I quite frankly have nothing to lose. This YouTube channel doesn't even give me the money needed for my gambling addiction in Genshin. That's where my student bursary comes in instead. So I don't really care about speaking up, not getting sponsorships or deals with MiHoYo, because I don't have any in the first place, and I don't get that many views anyway, so...
Hey, same here. We're in the same boat. Let's
this
continue.
Video goes out there with 100 views, then at least I tried. Now, I get it. A lot of you guys probably don't even have a problem with Genshin, and that's perfectly fine. You may play the game for the next 6 months, 1 year, who knows, and be perfectly content with the game. But for a game like this to be successful long term, we need more people to be happy about it. It's not okay to be silent and just sit in our own small bubbles. We just need more forms of end game and long form content. Spiral Abyss just isn't enough. I don't even like Spiral Abyss.
It's that, bro.
OK Spiral has implemented plenty, so I know they are capable, and they've done all the hard work. I mean, how hard would it be to reuse some boss assets and have a time trial mode, for example? Obviously, that's a trashy example I made in 2 seconds, but...
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really care for any game per se in most games. I mean, I just want to play the game and have fun, right? The problem with Genshin is it's not fun no more. I mean, it was fun like the first year, maybe the second year. After that, it kind of falls off, and it just ain't fun anymore. Like, the most thing I can do in that game is summon. That's the only thing that's fun, is summoning. So the only thing they made that game fun for is spending money at this point. It's just it's a gotcha though, so it makes sense why you spend money to do it. But other than that, I mean, the game just kind of fell off. I'm gonna be completely honest here. And obviously that fall off. Like they still making millions and probably billions of dollars. But other than that, I mean, that's about it. That's the only thing the game is. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if they did at end game, it would make the game fun again, because then I could use more characters. But at the same time, it's like it may be too late. I mean, Honkai Star Rail just does good, bro. They give out good rewards. They have in game that's fun, and they actually treat the community well. I mean, like what the most recent patch, we getting 20 pulls for free. Literally, we get 20 pulls for free. Nothing else, just free. Just because I don't know, because it's 2.0. That's it.
You get the idea. We're not reinventing the wheel here. So I know we can hold the Genshin devs to some form of standard because they are capable, they are competent. So we can't use that argument here. I know Honkai and Genshin are two different games, but we're not gonna.
They're let's be real. They under the same boat. They are a gacha game and they owned by the same company. They could do it. They just don't want
to take this argument right now. We need Genshin to be better. That's it. Now, that does not mean Genshin is bad before you say anything. Genshin is amazing. I just want it to be one of the greatest games of all time. And I don't think there's necessarily a problem right now, but the problem will show its face when it's too late to do anything. And I'd rather we tackle this before it gets to that point. Now, I know I'm really downplaying it. The way Hoyoverse have been treating Genshin and its fanbase just is not acceptable. Especially with the recent drama, you know everything about it. If you need to get up to speed, watch this video or any video on Genshin that's currently out at the moment. Seriously, it's gone pretty insane. But here's the thing, everyone is saying the same message without doing anything. Everyone is sitting on the fence without trying to push anything and ultimately saying, what is the point? Now,
I will be honest. There is no point for global players to even say anything. Let's be real. I mean, main people they only listen to is Chinese players. So if the Chinese community gets behind it, or if the global community get the Chinese community to get behind it, then maybe something will change. But if I'm being honest, I mean, we've seen it before. When global players get mad, he'll just be like, all right, wiping under the rug, whatever. But when the Chinese community get mad, then they're like, okay, let's change this. Like, I mean, to be honest, if it is additional, that from what I read that they was only gonna give 20 pulls or whatever instead of 3 because that was too small, that's kind of tough. But we probably gonna see that anyway. So this game, it has Genshin always had the potential to be fire. It was great when it first came out. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I was one of the people that played that game 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And then I got burnt out, and now it's like, I mean, I go back just for the new characters. That's about it. Now, Honkai Star Rail, I play that every day. I play it, it's fun. I mean, you can say, oh, well, you can say whatever the heck you want. I mean, I really don't care. I just know that Genshin sucks, Honkai is best, and Genshin could never. Anyway.
That leads us on to the next point. For those of you who are going to argue, this is stupid, why even bother? We can't change anything. Just wait until the end for the rebuttal for the usual arguments, okay?
I'll wait to the end. I'll wait to the end because from what I've seen from the community, it doesn't look like we could do anything.
After you sat through the video and you disagree with me, then put it down in the comments. Otherwise, you're wasting both of our times here. So here's the thing.
Yeah, I know, right?
There's been
sure.
a lot of drama going around, and I don't even mean about the CN and the Lantern Grey event. Before that, we had drama with Doro44 for even enjoying the game. Seriously, this is
okay, I watched that. That was funny.
See why people.
That was kind of funny. I'm gonna be honest. The Luro, we all know that game ain't insane. We all know that patch wasn't insane. But anyway,
would potentially get upset. As stupid as this drama is, and this is not me justifying this drama or community. It's mind blowing. But I do.
Wait, people actually got upset about that?
They would get upset because a lot of people just can't understand how someone can be happy with this game when a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, are just not. And I know there's a massive group of you that are extremely happy, but there's a lot.
It's because he gets paid by the game. I mean, if I had a Beholio check, I'd be praising the all heavens about this game as well. No, I'm just playing. I don't think I don't know if he have a contract on that. I mean, but is it his? I never really watched the door. I don't know we have on that.
To Genshin, which is most likely.
But again, that was kind of funny that everybody was like, "Yo, why are you happy about this patch? This patch is literally trash." That was funny. That was hilarious.
Ex-favorite games, but because of the continued treatment from Hoyoverse, they now don't feel like that anymore. Hence why they are so loud on platforms like Twitter. Back to the argument about Doro. A lot of people would argue he's just being disingenuous and putting up a facade for views, that's a fair point. A lot of people just don't like that about YouTubers nowadays. They will do anything for views, whatever they can do. Fake react.
I wish I could act like that to get views, bro.
Or you know the typical stuff. But I
Wait,
don't.
how do
believe
you
this is
figure?
something
Oh,
that
wait,
Dodo
fake
does.
actual reaction.
I believe he genuinely enjoys the game because it's not really that impossible to believe if you think about it. Yes, it is
Yeah, I
perfectly
mean, he
possible
probably
to
do just enjoy the game.
and be excited about the updates, even if the updates aren't game-changing updates every single month. Funny how people weren't reacting like this, where Genshin was dropping 4.1 and 4.2 massive game-breaking changes. But yes, of course you're gonna have a
No, those were insane. Oh my god, Arena is top 10, bro.
they'll patch every now and again, and you know it's because of their lantern, right? You know, same points. I get it, but this is a reoccurring pattern we've had. We've had massive drama in year 1. We've had massive dramas in events from 3.7, etc. last time, but I think it's time.
I don't think. Okay, I'm gonna stop pausing though, but I don't think Genshin will ever like be drama free. I mean, it's one of the biggest. It's literally the biggest or one of the biggest gotcha games. It's just gonna have drama. I mean, everything that's big has drama. That's usually how it works.
We tackle this problem instead of avoiding it. Also, if you could buy infinite resin, this game would be pretty fun.
Oh my gosh, yes it would.
So hey, if I was a YouTuber with infinite money to pay for resin, I would probably be playing all day making dumb characters. But unfortunately, I am constantly pulled away from the game because I cannot afford to put my money into resin. But if I did, I'd be having a lot of fun. Now back to the main point. I had been doing a bit of research and looking into why some of the main Genshin creators play the game and their justifications. Now, what I have seen is that most of these big creators have their own, how would I put it, personal endgame. Whether it be building all characters, finding the best team comps possible, seeing the story to completion. But you see, the thing is, these are kind of individual end goals. Like for me, it's throwing level 1 characters at bosses and sitting in chairs. But for someone else, it's building every character to level 90 that comes out. It's not a communal shared goal.
I ain't gonna lie.
You could make an argument for the story, but at the rate we're going, I don't know if we'll see the completion of the story. So it's very hard to have a common goal in the game when we don't kind of have.
We've been looking for a brother for about 3 to 4 years, man. It's a hard time out there.
Have one for the more serious meta players. Now, I've always used the word meta in literal air quotes because how can you have a meta with a game that doesn't really have an endgame apart from Spiral Abyss? And hard to justify a meta in the first place. Even when I first started playing, I was a bit confused to the reason why I was building these characters, and it's something I did not understand for a long time because I straight up did not see the reason why I'd do it. I played the game, but I never agreed with the reason why I was playing. I was like, why am I doing this? And then now I'm too far in. I've spent too long, so I now enjoy it. This is probably Stockholm Syndrome, but yes. Now, if we all had a communal end goal or goal, it'd be a lot easier to share our experiences and not be as bitter for the game. We'd be able to support the game long term, and currently, honestly, there's only 2 routes for a Genshin player. It goes like this. You either get bored and leave and play something else. Now, that's not a bad thing, by the way. That's just kind of a typical game life cycle.
I feel called out,
one
bro.
of those really bitter ex-Genshin players we see hiding and lurking in all of these Genshin videos. Guarantee you there's going to be quite a few hiding in this one as well, telling me...
I ain't an ex-Genshin player, so I'm chilling.
When you're as passionate about a game like Genshin fans are, when you leave, you'd probably be pretty bitter just because of how passionate Genshin players are. I don't really see that as unfathomable. So, I'm going to cut to the chase, as I'd rather have more people listen to the main message of the video instead of padding this out. And I'm looking at it's already been quite a while. But anyway,
it's been 8 minutes, bro.
Now, if we want Genshin to succeed long term, firstly, we have to provide a better experience for the player. And for more of them. It's not okay if 10%, 30%, or 50% of the player base is happy, while the other 50 is secretly trying to cope, okay? I know Genshin copium is a meme, but I'm beginning to think it's a bit more than just a meme at this point, alright?
Oh, it's real.
The long-term players of Genshin, the veteran players, to actually be happy and not just be holding out. Genshin doesn't matter right now because the influx of new players surpasses the players leaving. Why does it matter to them if people are going to leave, but they have new people to come in and obviously then go through their cycle playing for 1-2 years, being perfect?
I mean, it makes sense though, right? I mean, let's be real. Like, bro, be honest, like, if you're a company, it's either spend money or spend a little bit more money probably to do this one thing, or keep making a crap ton of money and just putting out the most mediocre thing ever. And I'll be honest, I'm gonna pick the crap ton of money because that means I don't have to really do anything, because all I gotta do is just sit there, pull out a patch or 2 that was good, and then the rest be like, oh yeah, but people still buy anyway. So I mean, obviously it don't look like nothing wrong with me, but most players. I believe that Genshin is made for casuals, right? I mean, obviously it's a casual game, but I don't think that should scare them from making harder content like any game or something similar. We'll see.
Perfectly happy, loving the game.
I don't think they'd do it.
It doesn't make sense from a business perspective. They won't do anything to change it unless they have to, because they're still making. Honestly, the scientific way to put this is they are making bank. Now, I don't know if that's UK slang, but that means they're making a lot of money, for those of you guys that did not understand. Now, this doesn't mean we demand more rewards.
I just used that since
that's
I
not
was
the point of this video. I don't care if I get a free 10 pull, because I'm probably going to lose my 50-50 anyway, let's be honest.
Yep.
Personally, myself, and clearly many other people here are no longer interested. It's too late for that. We will cross that bridge. It's burnt, okay? It's done. I don't want new Primo Gems anymore. I mean, I do. Let's think about something else for now. We want proper quality of life changes. So, I hate to say it, but probably a more revamped commission system closer to HSR. Fixing the mess that we did for artifacts. Seriously, what was that? We all know that was atrocious. Please do better. What was this? As well as proper endgame content people can actually sink some time into. This is the only way to push Genshin to new heights and bring in even more success for the game. So anyway, it's a win-win for Hoyoverse. More players stay long term, they get more money, and fans are more happy, willing to support the game for another, who knows, 10 years if they do this right. At the end of the day, if you don't ask, you don't get. And that's the problem here, and that's honestly...
I swear, if it takes 10 years for us to complete this story, yo, they really trying to beat out GTA 5, bro. That's crazy. Anyway.
Why this has gone to this point. We don't ask because, one, we either get called ungrateful, or two, a lot of people just honestly lose their alright? That's just how it is. 3, or
yeah, that's true.
We just got copium. Now,
like, that's true. That's why most people just say, forget it, I just leave the game silently. Because it's like, if you try to speak out about it, you get ridiculed. And if you get and like, most people can't take that. I want to see y'all try. Anyway.
You have to understand there is nothing wrong with asking for more from a billion-dollar game company that we've been supporting for years. We did not have to wait for them to laugh in our faces about supporting for 3 years and giving 3 intertwined fate. Seriously, they can do more, alright? Billions of dollars is not a joke. That's how much money they get. They can work harder. I know Hoyoverse manages, what, like 3, 4, 5 games? But with the money they're making, they can get more devs. I think it's enough time for excuses for them. And you know, I gotta put me first. So like I said, there's nothing wrong with the respect.
I will be honest. They know, like, they can do it. Yeah, Honkai Star Rail has a different development team. It's from the same company. It's all from Hoyoverse, MiHoYo, whatever you want to call them. And if Honkai Star Rail can afford to give out a game that makes way less than Genshin, let's be real. I would say way less popular than Genshin. If they can afford to sit there and give out free pull after free pull each like major patch update, like every time, like what, every new character comes out, it's a free 10 pull little thing that you get. And then also, it's not even anniversary. It's just a 2.0 update, to be honest. I mean, it's one of the biggest updates ever. I'm so excited for it. But then you get, like, they talk about giving 20 free pulls. And Genshin was like, oh, 3 years? 3 pulls. Not even a selector. Not even a 5-star selector, which I couldn't care less. I mean, let's be real, most of the 5-stars are power crept anyway at this point. But it's just like, I mean, they know they could do it. I feel like they know they could do it. Everybody know they could do it. But they probably not going to. I mean, I'm still thinking about this. I see what you have to say at the end, but I just don't think I don't think they care enough too. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, if you could, like, they just sit there, they make bank, and they chilling, they straight, they all right. People may cry or yell. It's like they don't care.
Respectfully asking for better updates in Genshin and asking for
hashtag remove
because we all have a common goal of wasting too many hours playing silly video games. Okay, I think you can all agree on that. So,
yeah, I admit.
I'm going to personally stop giving money to Hoyoverse. Now this is really painful as I just made it to the end of the battle pass and I was just waiting to buy it. So this hurts me until we get some changes or evidence of them attempting to implement them in the future.
I will give it. That is smart. One way to attack a company, only way to attack big companies is by their wallet. If you go for their wallet or their advertisers, then they're going to be like, hold on, what's going on here? Hold on, we may have to do something. We have to switch up. We got to change. But I don't think it's gonna work. Only because I mean, to be honest, I'm still gonna spend money on Honkai Star Rail. I would just support them. Genshin is just it's just a could never. It could never. That no more.
I really hope they miss the $5 a month they get from me, and
they
the
won't.
Occasional 10 for the battle pass, which
They
is
won't.
going to be this month. So I hope you.
They won't.
Now that's really gonna hurt them.
All it takes is
Number
one
2,
will to just get rid of
posting
that.
on Twitter and other platforms. Hashtag boycott Genshin. Now I know the word boycott Genshin sounds harsh, but
Can we get this
we
trending?
have to be harsh at this point. It's not coming from a negative place. It is coming from a positive.
I wouldn't even say it sound harsh. It don't sound harsh at all. I mean, they deserve to be boycotted at this point. Like, let's be real.
Place trying to enforce change for me, you, and everyone else, so we can support the game long term. So I'm sorry if a bit of tough love is needed, but yes. Hashtag boycott Genshin. We deserve better. Quality of life changes and endgame content. If we spread this message enough, then I believe we can make a change instead of just being silent all of the time. Now, the only way companies ever respond to anything is literally through Twitter. Now, that's the only purpose of Twitter, is to spam big companies. Prove me wrong. Oh yeah, and being toxic as hell.
Yeah, I was about to say, hold on real quick.
Second point. And number 3, sharing this message across. Write in the comment section what you want changed. Throw in the hashtag boycott Genshin as well. Also, on other YouTubers' videos or pages, obviously don't spam, but I want this message to go out as much as possible. Share it in your videos. I don't care. Steal the video if you want. I don't care. I'd rather people talk about this issue than me.
He said I can take it.
A few views, all right? So share the video around if you
give me views.
Ultimately,
make sure you guys subscribe.
To take this message forward, as I'm too small of a creator and I don't care whatever happens because I earn like £5 a month. I just hope someone watches this and passes it on. If we do not speak up, then nothing will change. And by the way, we are allowed to speak in a respectful way. We don't need this to turn into another dumpster fire, okay? There's nothing wrong with
Google Classroom did nothing wrong. I'm gonna say it. They did nothing wrong. They didn't deserve what happened to them. That's messed up. That's just messed up.
I would like to see these changes implemented if we do it in a respectful manner. And it does not mean we hate Genshin either. And of course, it got to the point where people were boycotting, and technically I would consider this a boycott. But this is a boycott for the correct reasons. Because now I've become an activist for Genshin. I'm going to put this on my LinkedIn profile. Professional Genshin activist. Also, for this to work, we need to have a clear message. And I think endgame plus proper quality of life changes is pretty good, as it solves many problems of the game. Now,
oh
I'm
no,
not going to discuss that here because the video will just be padded out too long. But from all the comments I've read, these are the 2 biggest problems. Listen to
they tried to listen to us with that whatever the heck that gear system was, and it didn't work out. I mean, to be honest, we all know that they just threw that together and said, "Here, drop it." But
the audience, and the 2 things people talk about constantly is quality of life updates and proper endgame content systems with the rewards. Of course, throw in whatever issues you have with the game, but let's keep the message as concise as we possibly can. I just don't want to wake up to boycott Genshin, give me 1,000 wishes, or I will jump.
Okay. Whoever does that is just saying.
Those people who are interested. The EN group is too small. We barely make anything of the game.
Yeah, that's why they don't care about us.
If it is, but even if we do make up a extremely small portion of the player base, we still add up to something. If it was as small as you guys pretend, then why would they even give us updates in the first place? It would not make sense. Why would they push it to a global audience? It's
because they want them global whales.
Substantial money, alright? We give them a lot of money. Think about it from a business perspective. It costs them a lot of money to hire voice and produce the English patches.
That is true.
You know, the Chinese.
There's a lot of gacha games that don't do that.
Okay? To make these patches for English are not cheap, as well as hosting the game on European, American, and global servers, as well as database and other technical mumbo-jumbo and buzzwords to make myself feel smart.
Servers!
At the end of the day, it costs the money to give the game to us because we give them more money back. Also, the changes we want aren't that big and honestly can be easily implemented. I am a bit of a developer myself. By that I mean, I barely know how to code and I'm a mess. But I understand how much of a pain it is to go back and make some of these changes. But it is possible with the scale of HoYoverse themselves. I've seen over 10-year-old games have full-on revamps and have had complete overhauls of the entire game with a lot less money to spare. So it is possible. And honestly, at the end of the day, they just think we don't care about it and we'll just keep giving them money. I mean, we do, but I'd like that to stop.
You want to know how I think they see it? They see it like this, right? They like one of the community managers probably come up like, oh my gosh, look what's happening. They're mad. They're mad about the pulls. They mad about the pulls they got. And then like they were like, huh? How much we made this banner about now? Oh yeah, about like 500 million. Oh, okay. All right, next. Oh wait, we need another banner. All right, let's worry about that. Like, I don't think they care. I won't be completely honest. I do not think. Like, I mean, obviously we know they don't care. Like, because they just see, oh, okay, we made revenue though. So, I mean, it'll die down in about 3 days. It'll go away. They don't care. We don't care. Let's just wait. Oh, maybe let's just submit a little apology saying sorry, and then they should be all right. Give them 300 primos. There we go. Right? They be fine. They be all right. That's how I see. That's how I see that. Like, them board meetings go, bro. I'm gonna be honest. That's how I see it go.
And it's the only thing these companies listen to. And for that reason, I will no longer be spending money on Genshin. I know me not spending $5 is not going to do anything, but it's about spreading a message. And oh boy, does it hurt. I made it to level 46 in the battle pass. Think about it. If they lose even 10% of their profit, they are not going to let that slide. That's quite frankly millions and millions of dollars to them. And would you like to lose 10% of your income for something you can implement very fast? If I was to tell you, you're going to lose, let's say you make £1,000 and I take £10 away from you just because you don't want to do the bins. You'll go do the bins to get your £100 back, especially because it wouldn't be that hard and will help you out in the long run. Sitting in filth is not going to be good long term. So it's a win-win. So if you enjoyed, subscribe. If not, feel free to roast me in the comments. Now, I really got to get back to writing my thesis.
That was a good video. Make sure you guys like subscribe to that man's channel. But if we want this to work, yes, I mean, some people who like stopping, maybe they get them a lower look. We would need the big YouTubers to do it. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like the ones that actually spend money on the game, like for each patch, spending money on like multiple other people's accounts. The big whales in general, like at least like maybe one or two of the big whales. If we can get them to do this as well, then Genshin may actually listen to us. Because as for like, oh, like let's say 1,000 people did it as like, I don't know, it's $5, right? I mean, if somebody spend about 10K on the banner, they ain't gonna care about them people that just start spending money. They're like, oh well, we still made 10K. But if you stop the 10Ks, they would need somebody to spend 20K on a banner to actually do it. To be honest, I hope nobody's actually spending 10K on this game. That's, oh my gosh. We ain't gonna talk about how much I spent. Anyway, guys, I mean, I hashtag boycott Genshin. I hope it works. I'm gonna do it, but till then, Honkai Star Rail is just a better game. Genshin could never. And I hope y'all happy with them 3 pulls y'all got, because if y'all want to change anything, that's all y'all gonna get. And let's see what happens on anniversary. Google Classroom did nothing wrong. I'm gonna say this again. They did nothing wrong. Anyway, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you do. Don't forget to share the video. And yeah. Hashtag boycott Genshin, bro. Let's go.